CNBC-TV18 and NuSummit present the BFSI 2025 Vision Summit.
Thank you, Lata, Ganesh, Varun, other dignitaries, friends, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure and honor to be in front of you. It's a BFSI Vision Summit, but also it's the launch of NuSummit. It used to be called NSEIT till now, and now it is NuSummit. So congratulations to the entire team of NuSummit. And in some ways, let me tell you, NSEIT, which is NuSummit now, is a very integral part of NSE, has been integral part of NSE. It was the NSE. Whatever NSE achieved, NSEIT and NuSummit had a great role in achieving that. And so it is with very heavy heart that we parted ways because of the way the regulations have come about, and we have been told to focus only on our core. So it's not that there is any strategic intent or something which we wanted to pass over to somebody that we had to do this transaction. It's largely because the regulators framework that the exchanges should not be doing any other business. That's where we had to do this. So all the friends from NuSummit, my apologies for parting ways, but you are part of our heart and our lives, and you will continue to remain for a long time to come. So please support us to achieve further. And I'm sure the InvestCorp will take care more than what we have been able to do, because we have not been able to give stock options to you and of course ourselves also. But hopefully it'll be a better way to sort of work in a corporate environment. We are largely a regulator and we have our own constraints of doing things, but hopefully the NuSummit will achieve more and higher summit. That's my take on this, that my best wishes. You are not going away, you are with us, you will remain with us. The BFSI Vision Summit is a platform to reflect on the unprecedented opportunities for growth in the sector. The BFSI sector has always been a cornerstone of economic progress in India. The financial services constitute 35% of the Nifty 50 and 29% of the Nifty 500 indices. NSE, along with its peers in the BFSI industry, acts as a formidable channel for capital formation, for savings, for wealth creation, for protection, for job creation, and overall economic and social development. At NSE, we take pride in being at the forefront of enabling financial innovation in India. Established in 92 and started operations in 94, November 3, in equities. NSE was India's first public digital infrastructure. As Lata said, it was the first fintech in the world. It also ushered in the digital revolution in India. In fact, the entire IT of India started getting known due to NSE being available across India. Within 2 seconds, you could have the response time. And I recall very fondly how TCS and Wipro and everyone else who were even not associated with NSE were bringing their potential customers to NSE to show that India can, or Indians can do this. And that's how India got Y2K contracts. And broadly, India's IT story began at NSE. And we are extremely proud of the role we have played, not only in capital formation, but also in the IT revolution that happened. All the banks became automated. The ATM started on the satellite telecom, which we set up on those days. And so it was a technology demonstrator. It was a confidence builder for the India. And 30 years has been a tumultuous journey for not only NSE, but also for India. And I think in retrospect, we have done well. Over 30 years of operations, NSE has introduced platforms, systems, have set benchmarks for scalability, reliability, and transparency. In 30 years, The market capitalization that was listed on NSE has gone up from 4 lakh crore to now 456 lakh crore. That is $5.4 trillion. It's the fourth largest market in the world. And in terms of the market cap, in terms of the number of orders per day, we receive around 2,000 crore orders on a good day. That is 50% of all orders in the world on any exchange. I've been told that NSE's number of orders is around 25 times larger than New York Stock Exchange, 25 times. And number of trades, 30 crore, that is 300 million trades a day. There is no exchange in the world which does even half of it, even 1/4 of it, even 1/5 of it. And so there are no similar organizations in the world of the intensity that NSE experiences. Last week at the Future Industry Association, I announced that in probably 25 or early 26, we'll start giving you response time in nanoseconds. 1 second has 10⁻⁹ nanoseconds, that's billion nanoseconds. Currently, we give you response time in microseconds, that is 1 second having a million microseconds, 10 lakh microseconds. But we are working on it to make it broadly somewhere close to nanoseconds, and some of those orders will be coming into nanoseconds. And also, we are increasing our capacity to 1 million orders a second for a matching engine. We currently run with around 24 matching engines, and we are in the process of increasing our total capacity to 100 million orders a second. I mean, if you get 1 million orders in a day, you are a good exchange. Okay, this is about 100 million orders a second. So this is the scale, size of NSE. Why? It is because India has that scale and size. There is no other similar scale that is possible anywhere in the world. And today, NSE services 10.7 crore unique registered investors across India. There are more than 300 PIN codes in India, out of which only 30 PIN codes do not have NSE registered investor. I have investor in Ladakh, in Jammu, in Srinagar, in Jorhat, in Dibrugarh, but the remotest corner of Assam and remotest corner of Andaman and Nicobar. Those 30 PIN codes account for 99 point, other than 30 PIN codes wherein NSE investors are there, they account for 99.8% of PIN codes of India. And the ones which do not have investors mostly are airports where nobody stays full time. They cannot call it a home. That's why there is no KYC possible there. We have enabled the stock investment, but we have enabled the trust. What we provide or what we manufacture together is the trust of the investors on India, on India's future, on India's parliament, India's government, India's regulator, India's exchange, but more importantly, we manufacture the trust on India's entrepreneurs. And trust is very difficult to achieve, very easy to give up. So I tell all my industry friends, industrialist friends, and also my brokers that this is the pond from which all of us drink water. If any one of us poisons that, then all of us will fall ill. And today, at this stage of our development in India, we cannot afford falling ill in any direction. So I again urge all my industry friends and also broking friends that this is something we must ensure that the investors' trust is maintained, and whatever needs to be done from corporate governance perspective or transaction processing perspective, we must provide for our investors. BFSI industry is not only broking or stock market related, it also involves insurance, involves banking, it involves pension funds, it involves many other things, and AIFs and venture capital, and private equity, and so on and so forth. But basically, the prowess which the NuSummit has got out of working at NSE is mind-boggling. There are no similar organizations in the world, and that's where I think NuSummit is lucky to have a set of customers within NSE group and outside that make them a formidable force going forward. And India's UPI, India's RTGS, NASH, eNASH, and every other thing is changing not only India, but the world. And I'm sure today's discussions are going to throw even more light how we are going to use not only what the tools we have been using till date, but also the newer tools that are coming up. Some of the tools which we have never even thought about would be brought in over the next 6 months, 1 year, 10 years, because the way the technology is moving, it's moving even faster than one had imagined. And that's where such discussions and debate throw more light on the newer things that are coming. We don't have to be worried. We are effectively the most adaptive society on this planet today, given our young population, young demographics, and also high technology orientation as a society. And that's why we should not take this as a challenge, but as an opportunity to bring more business to our IT companies, understand and learn from our own experiences within this market, which is pretty much now the largest market in terms of the transaction processing in the world, in BFSI sector anywhere, but more importantly, also service the world. With that, thank you very much again to all my ex-colleagues and also future colleagues for supporting NSE and also ensuring that our operations are uninterrupted going forward also. Thank you very much.
CNBC-TV18 and NuSummit present the BFSI 2025 Vision Summit.